back to my channel Shraddha Study Point. Today we will discuss nucleic acid. This is very important topic. Okay. Nucleic acid. What is nucleic acid? Nucleic acid is functional material inside a nucleus. It is a functional material inside a nucleus. Okay. Nucleic acid is of two types, either DNA or RNA. Okay. Either DNA or RNA. Both either DNA or RNA acts or behaves as a genetic material. But RNA rarely behaves as a genetic material. Okay. DNA generally behaves as a genetic material and RNA rarely behaves as a genetic material. In case of virus, is genetic material inside nucleus. Okay. So the discovery of nucleic acid, how nucleic acid was discovered. So a Swiss biologist named Friedrich Miescher, he was a Swiss biologist. Isolated a phosphorus containing substance from the nuclei of pus cell. This scientist isolated phosphorus containing substance from the nuclei of pus cell. This pus cell was obtained from discarded bandages. Okay, discarded bandages. He named this substance which was isolated from this pus cell was nuclein. He named the substance nuclein. Okay. So nucleic acid was previously known as nuclein. Later on, a German pathologist Richard Altman introduced the term nucleic acid. The term nucleic acid was given by Richard Altman, okay, in 1889. So this is all about the discovery of nucleic acid, how nucleic acid was discovered. Okay. So nucleic acid is either DNA or RNA. Let's discuss the chemical composition of nucleic acid. So nucleic acid is basically composed of three substances of phosphoric acid, pentose sugar and nitrogenous base. These three components involved in nucleic acid: phosphoric acid, pentose sugar and nitrogenous bases. So let's discuss one by one. First of all, phosphoric acid. Phosphoric acid in nucleic acid occurs in the form of phosphate group. Because of the presence of this phosphate group, our genetic material is acidic in nature. Our DNA is acidic. Because of the presence of phosphoric acid or phosphate group, our genetic material is acidic in nature. Okay. So what is responsible for the acidic nature of DNA? Phosphate. Okay. Then pentose sugar. What kind of pentose sugar is present? Pentose sugar. Pentose means 5 carbon. 5 carbon containing sugar is present in nucleic acid. which is either deoxyribose. In case of DNA, it is deoxyribose, and ribose sugar in case of RNA. Okay, deoxyribose sugar in case of DNA, and ribose sugar in case of RNA. Okay, so structure of the deoxyribose and ribose is like this. See the structure of pentose sugar. You can draw it. See the 5 carbon. The carbon number 1, the carbon number 2, the carbon number 3, 4, and the carbon number 5 is here. CS2, OH. One OH group is here. Here the H group and OH group. Okay, the carbon number 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So this is 5 carbon pentose sugar named deoxyribose. This is deoxyribose. This is present in DNA. Deoxyribose sugar is present in DNA, and the ribose sugar. Look at the structure of these sugar very carefully, because the difference is only one position in deoxyribose and ribose sugar. Carbon number 1, carbon number 2, 3, 4 and 5. This is ribose sugar. This is ribose sugar in case of RNA. Okay. So the difference between deoxyribose and ribose sugar is at carbon number 2. Here at carbon number 2, hydrogen is attached, and here at carbon number 2, OH group is attached. So this is deoxyribose and this ribose sugar. Now come to the nitrogenous bases. What kind of nitrogenous bases are present in a nucleic acid? Nitrogenous bases. Okay, they carry nitrogenous bases. This is very important component of nucleic acid, because this carry genetic information. This carry genetic information, and are of two types, either purine or pyrimidine. Purine, pyrimidine. Two types of nitrogenous bases are present in a nucleic acid. Okay, purine. This is 9-member double ring. Purine is, mind it, 9-member double ring, and contains nitrogen. At 1, 3, 7 and 9 position. Okay, purine are 9-member double ring structure and contains nitrogen at 1, 3, 7, 9 position. Okay, purine are of two types, either two types, A and G. What is A? Adenine. A is adenine and G is guanine. Purine is of two types, adenine, guanine. So, let's see the structure of these purine, adenine and guanine. Okay, these are 9-member double ring. See the structure of these 9-member double ring. This is 6-member hexamer ring, and 3 more members are required Okay, this is nitrogen. Okay, and one NH2 group is here, amine group is there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So this is the structure of adenine. This is structure of adenine. See, 9-member ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9-member double ring. One ring is here and the other ring is 7, 8, 9. Okay. And the nitrogen at 1, 3, 7, 9 position. Okay. Nitrogen and at 9 position. Next is nitrogen is also present here. 1, 3, 7, 9. 1, 3, 7, 9. Nitrogen is present at 1, 3, 7, 9 position. Okay. Now another is guanine. See the structure of guanine. The difference is here at 6th position and one NH2 is here. Basically I am representing here only important groups. Okay. Otherwise nitrogen is present at 1, 3, 7, 9 position everywhere. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9 position. So this is guanine. This is guanine. So difference is NH2 here. NH2 is present at 6th position and here at 2nd position. And one keto group is present at guanine. This is all about purine. And the another nitrogenous base is pyrimidine. Okay. We will discuss about adenine, guanine, where it is present in another lecture. But let's see pyrimidine. Another nitrogenous base is pyrimidine. Okay. This is 6-member ring. Mind it. Purine was 9-member double ring. This is 6-member single ring, composed of single ring. Okay. And contains nitrogen at 1 and 3 position. Okay. These are either cytosine, thymine or uracil. Okay. Cytosine, thymine and uracil. See the structure of these. Cytosine, single ring. Okay. So number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. Numbering it in this direction. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is cytosine, thymine and uracil. Thymine is present. Pyrimidine thymine is present in DNA. And uracil is present only in RNA in place of thymine. Okay. The chemical name of this compound is 5-methyl-uracil. Why? Because this compound is uracil. Only difference in uracil and thymine is at position 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5th position. Only difference in thymine and uracil is methyl group present at 5th position of thymine. So this is named as 5-methyl-uracil. Otherwise, by removing this, both are same. Both are uracil. After adding methyl group at 5th position, this becomes 5-methyl-uracil. Okay, 5-methyl-uracil. So this is all about nitrogenous bases, purine and pyrimidine. All the purines, adenine and guanine, is present on both either DNA or RNA, and pyrimidine, cytosine, thymine is present on DNA, and cytosine and uracil are present on RNA. Now, so this is all about nucleic acid and its components. And the components was phosphoric acid, pentose sugar, and nitrogenous bases. Now, what is nucleosides and nucleotides? Nucleotides. What is nucleosides and nucleotides? Okay, these terms are very basics, and often we are confused between these two. What are nucleosides and what are nucleotides? Only difference in sites and times. So, what these are? Let's see. So, we have learned that our genetic material is, genetic material means nucleic acid is composed of 3 components: phosphoric acid, sugar, and nitrogenous bases. Keep these things in your mind. By keeping these things in your mind, let's see. A base, when a base, sugar and base, nucleoside. Okay, sugar plus base is equal to nucleoside. Whenever a base is attached with sugar through glycosidic bond is called nucleoside. Mind it, whenever a base is attached with sugar by what kind of bond? Glycosidic bond. Glycosidic bond. Whenever a base is attached with sugar with a glycosidic bond is known as nucleoside. In a nucleoside, one carbon number 1 of the sugar, okay? In sugar, where is the carbon number 1? Carbon number 1 of sugar is attached with nitrogen. Carbon number 1 is attached with the ninth position of nitrogen in purine. Mind it. And first position in pyrimidine. Okay. What I said, whenever a base is attached with sugar via glycosidic bond is known as nucleoside. But where it is attached, this bond is bonded, where it is bonded. So, from the first carbon of the sugar with ninth position of the purine and first position in pyrimidine. Okay, in a nucleoside, carbon number 1 of sugar is attached with nitrogen at ninth position in purine and first position in pyrimidine. Okay, is known as nucleoside. Let me make it more clear. This is sugar. First carbon of the sugar is attached with the ninth position of purine. Attached with the nitrogen at ninth position of the purine, or sugar. First carbon of the sugar is attached with the nitrogen of the pyrimidine at one place. Okay, so this is glycosidic bond. The bonding occurs between carbon and nitrogen. Carbon of the sugar and nitrogen of the purine. Carbon of the sugar and nitrogen of the pyrimidine. Okay, in case of purine, nitrogen at ninth place, and in case of pyrimidine, nitrogen of first place. So, what is nucleoside? Sugar plus base is nucleoside. Okay. Now comes to the nucleotide. This is very basic thing. very confusing. Okay, often it is very confusing. Okay, so phosphate, another component of nucleic acid is phosphate. So phosphate plus sugar plus base, these three together forms nucleotides. Okay, what we have learned earlier, sugar plus base is nucleosides, and after adding phosphate this becomes nucleotides. So we can also write phosphate plus, now we can replace sugar plus base with nucleosides, plus nucleosides. Phosphate plus nucleoside is equal to nucleotides, isn't it? I hope now the difference between nucleosides and nucleotides are very clear. Only the difference is sugar plus base is nucleoside and sugar plus base with phosphate is nucleotides. Okay, so don't be confused with these terms. In a nucleotide where the phosphate group is attached with sugar. See, this is sugar, place number 1, 5 and 3. At third place OH group is attached, and here the base is attached with the sugar plus base nucleoside. Now where phosphate group comes? Phosphate group is attached with sugar at 5th number carbon of the sugar. Here the phosphate group is attached. Phosphate group is attached with the sugar at carbon number 5th. Okay, carbon number 5. Okay. Now a phosphodiester bond is present between carbon number 3 of one sugar and 5 carbon of another sugar, or between two adjacent nucleotides. Okay, there is a you can note it down, phosphodiester bond. It is present in a nucleic acid, but where? This bond is present between 3 carbon of one sugar, carbon number 3 of one sugar and carbon number 5 of other sugar. Okay, so what is this? Sugar plus base and phosphate group together forms a nucleotide. Okay, so this is one nucleotide. So our genetic material or nucleic acid is composed of these nucleotides. Okay, or we can say nucleotides are the basic unit of a genetic material, because this unit join together and forms the chain of a nucleic acid. Okay, so this nucleotide, it bonded with another nucleotide by this phosphodiester bond, but at carbon number 3 of one sugar, and between this bond is present between carbon number 3 of one sugar and carbon number 5 of another sugar. Okay, if you see like this, and another sugar base, here will come carbon number 5, carbon number 3. So this bond is present between carbon number 3 of one sugar and carbon number 5 of another sugar. How this bond is formed and how this looks like, we will see in another lecture when we will discuss the structure of DNA. Okay, so this is all about nucleic acid, nucleosides and nucleosides. So in the next video we will see the structure of DNA, the double helical model of DNA, and the Chargaff's rule of equivalence. Okay, So this is all about our genetic material, basic components. So thank you very much.